Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lore Hero episode 12. We are back, minus one member, JP. It's the holidays still. We're recording this on New Year's Eve, and he is still with his family. He could not make it with us tonight. So hearts in the chat for JP. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just having a good time with his family in Georgia. So how's it going, boys? Did you have a good Christmas? Having fun on this New Year's Eve?
I'm feeling
having a good
lovely,
New Year's
man.
Eve. It's been a tiring week, but it's okay.
Things are busy.
Yeah,
we've got so much news.
Yeah, it gets busy, gets tiring. Yeah. There's a little piece of Lore Hero news that we need to discuss. We are on all major podcasting platforms now. I finally sat down and I got all that shit sorted out. So if you have...
Shout out to Jake. Thank you for taking care of all of this. Seriously, no way.
That is
it was
one
already
wise moose.
Thanks,
it's
guys.
Some bullshit. It's some bullshit. And let him tell you that.
It was such an arduous task, dude. Okay, so now we're on YouTube, which you already know because that's probably where you're watching this. If you're watching the video, only place you can see the video. We are on Spotify. Got that done weeks ago. So if you're listening to us on Spotify, thank you. We are on Amazon Music. We are on Google Podcasts, and we are on Apple Podcasts. That last one, that was a real chore. That was a real chore to get set up. So. Step one, we had to create an Apple ID. So how would you go to create an Apple ID if you don't have an iPhone or iPad or whatever? You'd think you just go to Apple's website, right? Yeah, exactly. So I do that. I go to create an Apple ID, and it says, sorry, we can't create an Apple ID at this time. What are you talking about? Why can't you create an Apple ID? I'm on Apple's official website. Well, okay, I'll try again later. It said at this time, I'll give it a day. Still doesn't work the next day. So then I start Googling, why can't I create an Apple ID? And somebody says, oh, yeah, sometimes it happens. You could contact support. Or what worked for me, you should just go to iCloud and create an Apple ID on iCloud. I'm like, okay, seems like an interesting workaround. I'll try it. And it worked. It worked. I was able to get an Apple ID created using the iCloud website instead of Apple's official website. Why? I don't know. Right? So now I have to link our podcast with that ID. Right? So I go to do that through our podcast host. And it says this account needs to be verified first. I'm like, oh. I must have forgot to do like some sort of verification email. Interesting. I'll go check the email. There's nothing there. Nothing about verification. Turns out that means something else to them. There's a different sort of verification process other than just clicking, yes, this is me in the email or whatever.
Is it the Twitter kind where you pay for it?
No, thankfully. And it's X, by the way. That's X that does that. Don't even besmirch Twitter that way. It's not a great site, but Twitter didn't do that. That was X. Actually, that's not even true. That was not even true. That was Twitter back then, right? Twitter Blue, where you had to pay $8 to be verified, but not really verified because all that badge meant was you had $8 to spend and throw away. So stupid.
Twitter Blue.
But anyways, I had to go verify it in some other stupid way, and I got it all done. So now we're on Apple Podcasts, and it was infuriating how that worked. And I'm glad that you guys didn't have to do it because it was driving me fucking bonkers.
You are the man for taking care of that, sir. Thank you very much.
But now we never have to do it again.
Thank you, and you're welcome. Never again. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
That matters. Everywhere that matters.
Listen everywhere.
Any Deezer listeners out there? Sorry, you're not listening to us on Deezer because I didn't set that one up.
Deezer
That's one of those things that I see. Yeah, exactly. Deezer nut. Weezer? Weezer? Buddy Holly? Weezer? Fortnite?
Just got Deezer.
Speaking of Fortnite.
Ooh.
What's in the news for Fortnite this week?
Oh, you must be thinking about that GameInformer interview with the CEO of Harmonix, Alex Rigopulos.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, him.
Huge piece.
He's the man.
Huge piece.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I haven't sat down and actually read this whole thing. I probably should have, but I mean,
you should. It's pretty lengthy. It'll take you a bit to read through it.
I didn't want to just sit down and actually read the whole thing, but I know you guys most likely have. I know Jason has, and
I read through it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been nerding
there's
out.
There's just a lot of stuff in here to unpack, and so I guess you could just take it one at a time, just from top to bottom, really.
Yeah, you guys want to do some popcorn reading?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God, please.
Bring us back to third grade. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be the teacher, and I'll do the first paragraph, and then I'll popcorn somebody. Okay.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
Okay.
Popcorn fucking two people.
Yeah, the whole class minus one. We have one absent person, but the rest of the class is here. Okay, so this is.
He doesn't choose me. I can't read.
We're gonna get that one person who just the head of Harmonix.
The dog was.
It's like,
running.
come on,
come on,
come on, popcorn somebody else. The teacher has to veto that decision. Anyways, this is an interview with Alex Rigopulos from Blake Hester with GameInformer magazine. It's entitled "The Head of Harmonix Talks About the Future of Fortnite, the Metaverse, and Music," and it was posted on December 26th at 12 p.m. and that was the day after Christmas. And interesting time to drop this because I feel like it flew under the radar for most people.
Oh yeah,
because
nobody
it was,
saw it.
Like it's essentially a holiday release. Like this was, we didn't see this when it was new. We saw this like the day after. I don't even know how it got on our radar. I think
you were
the one who really
interesting.
found this, right, Jason?
Yeah, the timing of this release was really interesting considering in the article itself, it says that this is from before launch. One of the questions Alex Rigopulos answers by saying, "Hey, at launch we're not doing this, but it's in the works." So the interview's from before
they've been
launch.
sitting on this for a while.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get this started. So again, Blake Hester with GameInformer is writing this, so that's the point of view that I'll be speaking at here. A few weeks ago, I went to a Fortnite event where developer-publisher Epic Games unveiled its plan for the near future of its game, a LEGO survival game, a racing game, and a music game a la Rock Band and Fuser. This is on top of the toolset allowing anyone to make and publish their own games within Fortnite. The whole thing was kind of weird. Not that any of the experiences are bad, the LEGO thing is super not for me, but I really like the racing game made by Psyonix, the developer of Rocket League, and I think the music element has the potential to become something interesting down the road too. Popcorn, Jason.
Oh, well, I'm just not so sure Epic's utopian vision of Fortnite as this everything app makes sense. I agree with the idea that Fortnite is a great social tool, but only in the way most online video games can be great social tools. However, if my friends stopped playing Fortnite tomorrow in favor of, say, Call of Duty, I'd never play Fortnite again. It's simply the loose glue that holds us together. We certainly aren't seeking out Fortnite for thousands of different experiences. We just want the mindless shooter that allows us to hang out and talk. Thus far, Epic's curation of user-created content on the Fortnite homepage does little to inspire confidence. It's full of copyright infringement and mobile game ripoffs, and I don't really want any part of that. And to be fair, I understand his concern, considering when you load up UEFN and you see like Patrick Starr with a rainbow coming out of his mouth.
Skibidi Toilet Tycoon 3.
Yeah, it's like, what am I getting involved in here?
That's a sequel. That's a brand new sequel, by the way. They came out with the first two, and they just released number 3.
That's big. I'll have to check that one out later.
Well, totally. We'll have a whole episode on Skibidi Toilet Tycoon.
Speaking of threes and third paragraph, how about you take this one, Alec?
Yeah, well, I wanted to continue going, like, just talking about, the mindless shooter that, like, kind of holds friend groups together, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I've always kind of referred to Fortnite, especially after it got really, really big, household name type beat. I was just kind of thinking it's really just kind of like a, you chill in a call with the homies, occasional shooting. Sure. If you win, you win. Yeah. If not, well, let's just go load up another one.
Again.
Oh, well. Oh, shit, let's check out the shop. Well, time to drop $9 right now, just real quick.
Yeah.
Just one look at the game, you can realize
the cycle just continues.
You can realize the game doesn't take itself super seriously, and it's catered towards a more casual audience. So that's probably how you should be playing it, anyways.
Exactly,
yeah.
And I'm pretty grateful that like it existed even before Festival and Rocket Racing and Lego was even a thing too. It's good that those are it has 3 different genres now that are a part of it. But just up until now, even just like really casual people can just fucking enjoy the game. But like homie said here, it's just like if it went away, it'd be like, oh, we'll find something else too.
Yeah,
we would.
Yeah, and I wasn't into Fortnite before this whole festival stuff. I played it once or twice before, and now I got into it. So now I'm trying to I'm learning about what I've been missing all these past years, and it feels like the game's in a pretty decent state right now with all these extra things. But I've been getting more involved with like the battle royale modes, and it's
bro.
Pretty
you
fun.
said you were playing ranked, bro.
Yeah, I got involved with ranked.
We started recording.
Ranked 0 builds. Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
my first game I got placed at like silver 1. I'm like, that's probably pretty low. I don't know what the rankings are at the time, but I'm like silver 1. That's like the lowest rank in Counter-Strike, so it must be pretty low in this game too. And I think I played a few more games and I got up to like gold 1, which sounds good, but it's probably not.
yo, Moose Unreal rank win.
I don't know what that means really, but
that's fucking like
I'm global elite.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
It's like global.
That's not
elite.
happening. Not in this game. Not for a long time.
Sorry, I'm ignoring the popcorn reading. That said, I'm happy to be proved wrong. Roblox. Whoa, already not fucking like 3 paragraphs in. Roblox has certainly proven out this particular model, and even though it wasn't much of a success, I adore Dreams. Oh wow.
That's a game I haven't heard about in a long time.
Me too.
It was on PS4.
Yeah. Oh my god. Which has similar concept, and numbers speak louder than underpaid game journalists. Fortnite is undeniably one of the biggest games on the planet, so it has the user base to pull something like this off in a way Dreams never did. Epic's pitch is an admirable one. Inspire anyone to create whatever they want and publish it within the Fortnite ecosystem. It's also acquiring fantastic studios to make high-end games for Fortnite, parentheses, which I also don't love because Epic still lays off hundreds of people despite its success, close parenthesis. Epic, in its hunt to make the metaverse, has also signed deals with dozens of IP across films, games, and so on, creating a mess of IPs. Everyone knows that for more than a few dollars, you can play Fortnite as your favorite character from your favorite whatever. So who knows? Maybe this whole thing is building up to Epic's grand utopian vision of a game full of thousands of other games where the entire world is brought together. And
I mean,
yeah,
that was kind of my whole perception of the game too. Within the years leading up to this, it was like, so this game has like all the Avengers now. What am I playing as Thanos? What is this game even? Is this game just like an excuse to sell you like cosmetics of your favorite thing? And yeah, it kind of was.
Like I said, man,
the game's free. The whole point is to sell you V-Bucks and shit.
Yeah, going back, it's just you kind of casually fucking play the game a little bit, open up the shop. Oh shit, that's there. Here goes $9. Boom.
Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
Just bought that. Yeah.
And they're
and I have done that. And I have done that over the years that Fortnite has existed. It's just I see something sick, and I'm like, I'll buy that skin. Looks pretty cool. I like this game, and I like that skin.
Skins, right? Look what they're doing. They're expanding into other niches of people's interests, which is really smart because you can't sell a skin that's a song for a character. You can't sell Believer as a wearable skin, but you sure can sell it as an interactable thing in game for different music layers, like they have with the jam system and now playing it in festival and whatever else they add to the future. So that's smart.
They really integrated it very well. Like very, very smart move on their part. You don't just buy a song to play. You buy a song to emote with. You buy a song to create other songs with. That's like Harmonix ethos right there.
Yeah, and just like, let us be clear. It's like, yeah, I mean, the 500 V-Buck price is pretty fucking steep.
It seems a bit steep.
It is.
It seems steep.
It's very steep, but also from all the things that it does offer compared to a regular Rock Band song is a lot more. Like, if you own the song and 3 of your homies want to play it, you can. That's not a thing that ever existed with Rock Band and Guitar Hero DLC.
Yeah,
if
the price increase over a standard Rock Band DLC is so justified.
Do it. Yeah,
it's so justified. Like you would get a lot more value. However, there's a bit of sticker shock still.
I just hope that after a while, like say a year from now, I hope Buddy Holly's still not 500 V-Bucks.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I throw it into like a different rotation where it's like cheaper and discounted, maybe like 300.
Or they throw,
I don't know,
they throw songs from the first festival pass, or the first like season of festival. You know what I mean?
Into a large
They throw it into
pack.
A big fucking pack. Like they have all those songs we have right now. Like imagine we have all the songs that we have right now from this first ever drop. How many songs do we have? It was what, like 30
34 or something like that?
34 minus the Epic songs, I guess. I mean, it could just be all the licensed stuff. 30 something. Pack it all up. Fucking 4,000 V-Bucks or something like that. 4,000 V-Bucks.
That's a good value.
Yeah. Like
I mean, there's some songs
that
people wouldn't even think about buying.
I have a feeling that they would probably do something like that.
That makes perfect sense too. And then I mean, they get to sell a lot more of the songs because a lot of these songs people don't care about. There's probably like for most people there's probably like half of the set list that's like, oh, that song's really good, I should buy that one. But then the other half's just like, if it comes up in the rotation, maybe I'll play it. But I don't feel the need to buy it. But if they do that, then it just gets more songs in more people's hands, and it just creates that huge library that it seems like they want to expand into. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of jumping the gun here by even mentioning this. But later on in the interview, Alex does mention they want to add hundreds of songs per year to the game. Which, hey, if that's the case, they said an eventual library of thousands is the way he says it in the interview.
Yes, sir.
If that is the case, that's a lot of money to be spending at 500 V-Bucks a song.
Yes, sir.
That's the
1,000 songs at 500 V-Bucks. How much is
that?
I can't even do the math. 500,000 V-Bucks.
7.
That's so much fucking money, dude.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
7 monies.
I haven't thought of it in that perspective yet.
Oh
Oof.
my god.
But,
It's brutal.
You get a similar sort of thing with Rock Band DLC too. 1,000 Rock Band DLC for $2 a piece is like, oh, $2,000
Yeah, I mean,
for
it
1,000
adds
songs.
up, right?
Oh, $2,000 is a lot of
adds up.
money.
It's like, I think for
Yeah.
me, like total, like my official library of songs, I'm probably like pushing 1,500 songs that I've bought.
I'm pretty close to that in Rock
Like
Band
that's
4.
including
I'm
like
thinking at,
Rock Band Network
12.
1 and Rock Band Network 2. And then
Oh,
feel
yeah,
it.
true. Yeah.
I think
I
at
forgot about
least
those 'cause
for
they're
at
transfer
least
4.
stuff that works in Rock Band 4, probably like 1,000 songs. 1,000,
Probably.
1,100 songs sounds right. for
Around
me.
there.
We're right about there as well.
Yep.
Okay, so we're average amongst ourselves. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Actually, I bet Epic has these numbers, or rather Harmonix. I wonder how many DLC like the average Rock Band 4 user today has. That'd be an interesting
That's a
thing to know.
great question.
How
Like,
many
because the
season
people are
passes
still
do
playing
they sell?
today-
You know what I mean? How many season passes
that'd
sell
be really
every
cool,
single
too.
season?
Yeah, and they've been doing that for a long time too. Well, I
Yeah.
don't think they do anymore, but they
They
did for a
stopped.
while.
They actually stopped doing season passes, didn't they? There's
Yeah,
no
I think
season pass
that
for,
one of either this season or the previous 2 seasons they haven't done a season pass.
yeah. 'Cause
Maybe that
the
means
amount
that
of
people weren't buying them. I don't
the
know.
amount of like new songs, not rewinds. I think this year alone is less than 100.
I can believe that. I think this past week, maybe 2 weeks ago, it was 2 rewind songs. Nothing new,
Yeah, it was
Which-
2 Rock Band 3 songs.
which is cool for people that didn't have that export. But for other people that are looking for new songs, it's like,
You know
guess
when
I
they
won't be getting anything
delisted the
this
Rock
week.
Band 3 export? Fucking 3 years ago. So they've been waiting. They've been waiting to just like drop.
That's
these
actually
as
so
rewinds
crazy.
For a minute. 3 years ago, can you believe that? 3 years ago,
That's
I
crazy.
fucking moved into this house, and then I forgot to
Oh,
claim
wow.
the Rock Band 3 export. I kicked myself all
Dude.
the time.
Oh man,
That's the
you messed
only
up so
export
big.
that I don't have, man. I have all
That
the other ones.
Sucks.
You know how many
That
people
sucks
would
so
kill
bad.
for the Lego Rock Band export? So many people would kill for the Lego Rock Band export. I have all that shit except for Rock, Band 3.
export was so easy too.
Dude, the thing is that I license shared with somebody and they claimed Rock Band 3, but I didn't actually claim it. So like they
So
had
you
it in
have
their game
access.
and all of my exports at the time, and then I never played Rock Band 4. I don't play Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
So like, was there a reason for me to claim it? No, not really. But
Anyways,
yeah.
we kind of drifted away. Let's get
Sorry.
back to the article.
Yeah.
So, this next paragraph. I bring all this up to highlight my thoughts going into my single interview of the day. I talked with Alex Rigopulos, the founder and head of Harmonix, creator of Guitar Hero, Rock Band, and most recently Fortnite's new music mode, Fortnite Festival, about what exactly a studio under Epic is doing to support Epic's vision. We only had about 20 minutes to chat, so it didn't get as in-depth as I wanted. Man, I missed that part. Only 20 minutes? They got through a lot, actually.
They got
what I
through a
thought.
lot in 20 minutes.
Anyways, but I always enjoy talking with Rigopulos. I love Harmonix and want to see it succeed, and I think there's a lot of promise with its music modes in Fortnite, especially once plastic instrument peripheral support is added. I wish them luck. And then there's a small
clear
little
cut.
footnote. This interview has been edited and condensed for clarity. So this is when the actual interview begins with Mr. Rigopulos. I'll just continue reading. I'll read the first one here. Game Informer. I feel when you're all... I just brain farted. Maybe I'm not the person to read. Just kidding. I feel when you all were updating Rock Band, it was kind of ahead of the curve looking at living games. But now you are all in this ecosystem within Fortnite and with a bunch of living games. It feels like... ? That was kind of worded weird. Weirded word. How do you find yourself
Weird,
trying to
weird,
fit
more,
in
more.
when there's so much vying for your attention in one executable? All right, somebody else can read Alex's response.
Alex
Jason. We'll just keep going through that.
responds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, it's a big question. You know, there's several facets to the music experience that we're working on at Harmonix as part of Epic. So there's Festival, which is a new big first-party game in the Epic first-party portfolio. And our job there is just like to try to build the biggest and best music game the world has ever seen. Because it's a live game, it's going to be evolving and expanding on a regular basis over time. All right, that's already a bombshell because he just basically said, hey, there's a bunch of shit getting added in the future. And that's not just songs. Let me continue. Our goal there is just make the best music game with the broadest reach that has ever been made. There's still more to this answer, but even there, it's worth pointing out that's insane for them to say. Because if you think of every rhythm
They have a
game that's ever
long-term
been
commitment.
made, yeah, they're trying to say we want the biggest reach. And hey, some people are mad about the pop songs right now, but that's legitimately part of the ethos here, right? Like, to make it available to everybody. And if they are putting thousands of songs over time, they're going to try to hit every niche.
I'll
Pretty
be
damn
honest,
cool.
I was not expecting Queens of the Stone Age in the first drop. But we
No.
got Queens of the Stone Age
No,
in the
I'll
first
take
fucking
it.
drop. I'll
I
take
will
that
take
shit.
it.
I wasn't expecting Nine Inch Nails appearing not once but twice in the set list, essentially.
Sure.
Yeah, and like
In a
it
way.
was just sorry. If people don't know, Trent Reznor is in Witch Gang, so there you go. And the guy
that
from
Nothing's
Seabat,
Alright song.
the guy from Seabat also is in
Hudson Mohawk.
Hudson Mohawk. Yep,
Hudson
so,
Mohawk.
There you go. I think
all know the
that's
story.
I think that's probably like some epic in-house thing that they're probably going to expand upon it at some point. It's just very weird how much they're pushing Witch Gang because like I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, like they're tweeting about it and all that. It's like,
And
Yeah.
they've only just
Of all the
formed,
things to
like
tweet
at the
out,
beginning of the month. So like it's very interesting. Like I want to see what goes with that because that'd be pretty cool. But
Something to keep an eye
band
on.
made for Fortnite.
yeah, like because like when games like Rock Band and stuff, they didn't get like new features right away, and if there were new features and stuff like that, it would be in the form of like this big title update with only quality of life fixes, that type of thing. Most notably, it's like the title updates that came with Rock Band 3, with the more translucent highway and hyperspeed inside of practice mode or stuff like that. Better sorting options for Rock Band 3, and
Custom support.
yeah, pulling custom support, pulling custom support, that type of thing too. And that's fucked up. We can't talk about that, bro. No, I heard from like through the grapevine they had to drop 10K for that shit for Title Update 5. They had to drop 10K
That was just
for that to
was
happen.
just like that was just the standard Microsoft thing. Like every
Yeah.
title update for a
Do you
game
want a
was like
title
10K,
update? Here, pay the bands, bro. You have to.
which is super weird. Like it almost disincentivizes like smaller studios like can't afford.
But-
Well, it's just this one small thing. Like there's a typo and like maybe if you do this
10K.
one thing the game crashes. Like well, too bad, $10,000 pay up. We ain't gonna put it out there. All right, I guess
Yeah.
the game's just gonna stay broken then. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
I
anyways.
think it just kind of ironically back then it's just not even really ironically, it's just now because of gaming taking this big turn in popular culture and as an art form to be enjoyed, games nowadays are not fucking finished. But back
No.
then they felt very
They had to be.
finished.
They had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the PS2 era, I mean, if
Couldn't
there
update.
was something wrong with the game and it shipped, that's just
Done.
how it is.
Yeah.
If we want to patch it, we have to release a new disc.
Reissues.
That's how it
I mean,
was.
like that. I think that was all happening even in like the N64 era too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like revisions and stuff. Like for first-party Nintendo games, there was countless revisions of Mario 64, countless
Mm-hmm.
revisions of like Ocarina of Time that fixed numerous tiny but game-breaking and pace-changing glitches, that type of stuff. But it is very, and honestly, going back to Rock Band 3, there's the EA copy and the Mad Catz copy.
Yeah,
The Mad Catz copy had Title Update 5 built into it so that you couldn't pirate DLC. But the EA copy, that was the golden disc. Like that was the one that shipped.
That was the one that came out
in
initially.
2010. That's the one that you wanted if you wanted to have customs. But seeing as now that Harmonix has this upper hand, being a part of Fortnite, and they just have all the resources now to create what they want.
They're in the best position they've ever been in
Yep.
Yeah.
to make what
Hey.
they want to make.
That's actually a great transition back to the rest of this answer that Alex gave. Because speaking of what they've made, Alex says, meanwhile, we've created this jam system, which you can play in as a special mode in Fortnite Festival on the Jam Island, on the Jam stage. But it's envisioned as an ecosystem-wide feature. So you can play with the jam system inside of Battle Royale, like buddy hollying somebody after you kill them, right? Soon enough, you'll be able to play with it inside of Creative Islands, which means any UEFN, which is crazy. That's nuts.
It's just
Alex
like a core
says-
piece of Fortnite now.
Oh, yeah. Alex says,
Fuser is just
hopefully
Fortnite.
everywhere in the ecosystem eventually. So the goal there is to just permeate the entire Fortnite system with music and social play experiences. Then there's still one more, which I think we should mention in the same category because it's something we've talked about on the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is something that's going to be huge long term. Alex says, finally, the patchwork system I mentioned. Hey, we now know that Harmonix made that. They've had confirmation to us.
The official confirmation.
Patchwork which also just released this patch month, is an interactive music creation toolset for Fortnite Creative in Unreal Editor for Fortnite. That's all about empowering third-party creators to dream up their own music play experiences. This shit's insane. Check this out. You can use the Patchwork toolset not just for making original music, but also as an adaptive soundtrack system. You can make whatever game, make any game with Fortnite Creative, and then that music system will listen to what's going on in the game and adapt accordingly. Or you can set up a control flow in the opposite direction to have the music control the game systems, the animations, and gameplay mechanics. So we're empowering creators to just like dream up completely new kinds of music games.
That's insane.
What?
That's insane. Like
So,
that's a super cool toolkit that people are going to use to
Yeah.
make their awesome ass games within UAFN. Like what comes to my mind right away is like these Doom games, the newer Doom games with the soundtrack kind of
Hellsinger.
A Metal Hellsinger, yeah, even better. That is a music game that adjusts its sound based on how you're performing. Like you're supposed to shoot or press buttons in sync with the music, and if you start missing or if you do whatever, parts of the
pulls
track
back
will
a
start
little
falling
bit.
out.
Yep.
Sure.
It's all stems, so maybe you'll lose the vocals and it'll only be drums and guitar. Or
I'm
whatever.
sure they looked at games like BPM and Metal Hellsinger, and they're just like, we gotta fucking make that. Let's get the Harmonix guys right now. Let's get those
Harmonix on the
motherfuckers.
phone right now.
Alex,
I have a bag to give them.
Alex, I got a couple $1 billion. Come here.
We want you.
We want you.
I want you, Alex.
and you know what they did they did and they made that whole system, so you can go ahead and make that type of thing. I think the big elephant too is going to be addressed because people are just like, I'm bored with these songs. Where's gonna be the custom songs and the custom charts? Where's gonna be all that? And
Said it right there.
Yeah,
Right there.
It's even beyond like
Maybe.
custom songs. You have a custom game, custom all this. You don't
Phone
like
Hero
the
what?
late. You don't
Make your
like the.
own.
You don't like the look out of the square notes with the purple. Go ahead, set it up traditionally, and you know what? How about you make the Backyard Bash from Guitar Hero 3 also? How about you do that?
Yeah, because you
And
might
then you
be
can
able
set
to.
the guys up properly, and it'll look just like it.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I'll take this.
It's
next
exciting. It's very exciting.
Time.
Yeah.
With all the Guitar Hero stuff, you and I talked about this years ago. All the people who picked up instruments because of this game, is there still that thrust within Fortnite? Alex answers back, absolutely. I think we're expecting to see a lot of that within the music game that we're creating, as well as on the creative side with it, with the jam system and the Patchwork toolset. We're putting very accessible tools for music creation into the hands of whatever 100+ million people. And I think we're going to see people who maybe didn't consider themselves musicians at all developing new skill sets and emerging as music creators through some of these.
That's
new processes.
That's Harmonix ethos
Harmonix!
right there. That is Harmonix's
Harmonix.
mission statement. That is their goal, and now they have the biggest audience ever. Like this is exciting for me, just for them. Because this is
bro's
like
literally
my
saying, like,
childhood
hey-
memories are built by Harmonix,
Yeah.
and now they are doing that to a new generation of kids. It's very cool.
Bro's literally saying like, "There's work to be done. Let's
Absolutely.
get to fucking work right
Yeah.
now, man. We're gonna let's get to inspiring people because, without Rock Band, I wouldn't be a drummer. Without Guitar Hero, I wouldn't have been inspired to pick up these instruments, like any of that.
Absolutely.
Without Beatles Rock Band, I wouldn't know how harmonies worked. I wouldn't fucking know. Like straight up, that was the game that was just like, oh, that's how that works? Okay. And then my brain put everything else together, and I was like, that's crazy. But
It's
that's-
worth mentioning there too. Hold on. It's also worth mentioning that new skill sets thing there, because doesn't that mean that maybe you might be able to learn some instruments eventually in game?
does sound like this does really sound like they're pushing something pro. You feel me?
Right?
Something
Yeah.
very pro about that.
Yeah. Something to ponder
I mean, if
on.
you're using Patchwork, you kind of have to learn about music theory in a bit to make good stuff. So there's probably that could be what they're referring to there. It's kind of like learning tools.
Right.
It's possible. It could be all of the above and things we aren't even thinking of too.
Who knows?
You never know.
Imagine you just like load up a You could just load up fucking a Fortnite version of like FL Studio or like Logic or something
that's
like that.
That's essentially what Patrick is. Patrick is essentially
you just
a
load
big
it up and it's
FL
just
Studio.
a fucking DAW. It's just
Yeah,
like
and you just
straight
run
up.
around as your little Fortnite character doing your shit, and you're not just clicking buttons in the program or whatever. You're doing it in Fortnite as a character. Like,
I don't know, man. I want people to dream big with this because I feel like this could be the end all be all for rhythm gaming at the moment. Like until somebody builds
At
a
least
system
for the
that's
people,
larger.
you know, I will say at least for the people who've always fucked with like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. End game for them. End game for them at least, because I know like the whole space of rhythm gaming. It's just they have their own.
It'll be a lot.
They have their own ways, and they have.
It's big and also very insular. Not a lot of people swap communities. Like you have we have our own little Guitar Hero Rock Band stuff, and then there's those people over there, and those people
there's
over there.
Bimani, and
Bimani.
there's the people who go to arcades to only play their game too,
DDR.
and the fucking washing machine game, the fucking the game where you have to wear gloves and it's flat. Oh god, I don't remember the name of that game, but it's tight. But it has a weird ass name. But shout out to that game. But yeah, no, I mean, maybe it could get to that level. Maybe it can't get to that level. But at least for the people who have respect and love for Guitar Hero and Rock Band, this can be it. This can be it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Jason, take this. Oh no, who? Fuck it.
It's my turn. It's my
Teacher!
turn to read. Okay. Question: how big is Harmonix these days? Alex answers, well, it's funny. It depends upon what you count as Harmonix. Because, I mean, essentially, we operate as part of the greater Fortnite development team now. We still have our studio in Boston, which is our core, but about a third of our workforce is now remote in other locations. If you look at something like jamming in Battle Royale, that's just a collaborative effort between us and the Battle Royale team. So the lines between Harmonix and the greater Fortnite team are not so clear. But we're still a studio that's, under 100 people. So that's the size of people we're working with here as the core, 100 people.
Crazy.
I'll continue with this next one, too, because it was pretty short.
Absolutely.
Rock Band, there's a question. Rock Band, at some point, I think you all had every song under the sun, but Epic and Fortnite specifically are such cultural touch points. Is getting artists to send you stems of songs easier now? Do you still have the hesitance from anyone? Or is Fortnite big enough that people are just sending you stuff? Alex answers, yes. To which question? There's a lot of questions there. Yes, so far we've had great success in putting deals together with our music industry partners. We're now starting to clear songs in very high velocity. Exciting. As you saw in our history with Rock Band, Guitar Hero, etc., we do plan to be rolling out hopefully many hundreds of songs a year, growing to a library of thousands over time. That's thousands with an S, by the way. Not over 1,000. Just
not
says thousands.
Thousands.
If anybody has any sort of thoughts,
this is why fucking days feel like months to us.
Yeah.
If we don't get songs, if this episode comes out and we don't have songs, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
But there's gonna be
die,
many songs
but
coming.
It's okay. I can wait because I know they're cooking. But holy fuck, bro!
It's a long wait for this meal.
I know, man.
One more quick paragraph here. The big difference now, this music will be free to play. We're going to be releasing new songs every week into the game, top shelf hit music that is completely free to play, which has just basically never really been done before. There you have it.
So,
there you have it.
I talked about this. I talked about this.
Do the math.
Fucking.
There's 52 weeks in a year. If they only do, I think they put 3 new songs in right before Christmas. 3 times 52 is 150 songs. If they want to reach thousands,
so it'll be more than that.
Yeah,
They're doing
but
more than
so
3 a
it's
week.
going to be more than 3 a week, right? It has to be. Or there's going to be huge drops. There's going to be 20 or something like that.
Rock Band 4 gets 2 songs a week. And back in the glory days of Rock Band DLC, we would get upwards of like 12 tracks a week.
Yeah.
Like there were times where there was like 3 or 4
times
packs
we would get like 13
plus a full album.
We would get a full album and a 3-pack. Like
I think like day one of Rock Band releasing, like their day one DLC, there was like 4 or 5 different packs.
And it gives me so much hope, and it should give everybody hope of them saying that they are clearing. So yeah, going back, they are clearing. We're starting to now clear songs in very high velocity.
That's
amazing.
Amazing
they plan on rolling out hundreds a year, growing to a library of thousands over time. So at least 3 songs a week, that type of thing, and we'll ride that shit out. And on top of that, the songs from the release, we're already starting to look back and be like, damn, it's really only been a couple weeks since this game came out. We're going to remember I by Kendrick Lamar as that song. We're going to remember The Search by NF that sparked so many arguments online. We're going to know, we're going to remember Zombie being a very interesting pick, but a sleeper pick, that everybody enjoys. And
who could forget getting Buddy Hollied?
Yeah, or
in
Butter
Fortnite
Barn.
Battle Royale.
Butter Barn in full capacity being playable in its game. It's just fucking so hopeful knowing that they are so ready and they have the content that they want to push out.
Yep. I think that this is the reason right here that when people say, why don't they just make Rock Band 5? Why they're doing it in Fortnite. Because there were so many artists that did not want to be a part of Guitar Hero or Rock Band for whatever reason, but they will be a part of Fortnite because of the reach. And that's the difference, right? Look how long it was between Metallica doing Guitar Hero Metallica and how everyone would have been saying like Rocksmith or all these other games, right? But what game do they have a Master of Puppets mode in right now?
Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reach, right? I wonder what artists will not have seen in Guitar Hero or Rock Band that they'll be able to pick up for Fortnite just because of the reach and people can't turn that down.
Yeah, undoubtedly, there's going to be people that were never on board with Guitar Hero Rock Band, but they see Fortnite and how big it is, and they can't turn
But
this
now,
down.
haha, you're in, whether you like to or not. You're getting a plastic chart. No, fuck it, and then this is where I start busting out the fucking. That's where I start busting that shit, bro. I start busting that shit out, bro. You know who hates rhythm games, bro? Jack White. You know who came out first week of Fortnite Festival?
Jack White.
Jack
Seven Nation
White.
Army.
Paychecks don't lie. Reach doesn't lie.
True.
It doesn't.
You're right.
It doesn't lie.
Anyways, we're already kind of getting on to the next question here.
Sorry, one more time. New songs that come out are going to be free to play on the drop. That's fucking insane. We never ever could have dreamed of that. Imagine like seeing Constant Motion when it dropped and like being like, fuck, I have to ask my parents
Everybody's
for
playing
Microsoft points.
Everybody's playing it.
Sorry, everybody can play it.
First day everyone's playing. That's awesome.
Yeah. That is so awesome. All right, we can continue now.
Yeah, this next paragraph we already kind of started getting into. Jason, why don't you pick that one up?
Yeah. How do you get artists to agree to this is the question from GameInformer. And Alex replies, well, so all the songs are free to play on a limited time trial basis, what we were just talking about. So when you go in as a player, there's always a selection of fantastic free music to play, but it's turning over constantly. If you play a song you like, this is my jam, I love this, then it's available for you to acquire in the store and add it to your locker and build a collection. So I think that this is really a lot different than what Guitar Hero Live did, right? Where you had to earn plays and you could run out. If a song is free that day, you could play it as much as you want. You could spam it for 24 hours straight and you're not going to get kicked off Fortnite. So it's way different.
We get a free replay button?
This is so much better.
No way.
This is way better.
This is absurd because there are a lot of people who are mad that you can even buy the songs in Fortnite. And I want to take them in a time machine back to when Guitar Hero Live dropped and show them GHTV. And
you will own nothing and you'll be happy about it, is what they said.
You couldn't buy anything. It was sucky. It was awful. It was
Dude,
dog shit.
whoever was on like the board for like licensing for GHTV was probably like, oh my fucking god, I did it, guys. We nailed it. Can they own the songs? And then they just go, what? Owning? You didn't do what?
Own
service. Songs. And then
They're
he
going to
pulls
pay
out
us
the
for the
knife
songs
and stabs
over
him
and
in the
over and
stomach.
over and over and over again. They'll be paying for the songs, all right. They won't get to keep them. Every time I want to play
the worst part right
give me
there.
that money, baby.
Yo, yeah, Jason, I don't know if you were about to say this, but there was in the game files, there's actually a menu for owning songs.
There was.
But they took it out.
I didn't know that shit.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
It's a feature in GHTV Reloaded because when they reverse engineered it, they enabled it. They enabled that menu. And so there's a little tab. There's a little tab in Guitar Hero TV called My Songs, and they disabled it on release because God only knows what happened. And
you know what happened.
We do know what happened, but it's like
licensing fell apart.
everything just fucking fell apart before GHTV dropped, and it was just like, well, does I got to disable the My Songs tab? Shit. And then, yeah, so fucking crazy, dude.
Let me keep going with this next one.
Yeah,
because we were talking a little bit about this, and because I think these next few, I'm gonna lump these together because they're all just one main topic. The main stage, the obvious missing thing is the instruments. And Alex replies, the instruments, yes. Game Informer says, I've heard whispers, it's in the works. To which Alex replies, yes, it is. I won't even whisper it. I can affirm that. At launch, you won't be able to use instrument peripherals, but it is a priority for us, and we are already actively working on it. So
add judgments to instrument mode.
Please. If I have a Rock Band guitar, I can play it in Fortnite? Alex says the intent is to support as many legacy peripherals as we possibly can. And also that using Unreal Engine will not be a blocker for them. Giant. The biggest of W's.
Boom! Bombshell.
You see these motherfuckers right here, bro? You see this motherfucker right here? This motherfucker right here, bro? This is like
$1,500 for the pair.
There's like $2,000 in my hands right now. But this is the really important one because this is 360 wireless to Xbox One. This can work right now on my Series X if I wanted it.
Sell. There might be a new one coming out.
They need to drop another one of these.
They might be.
Sorry, I'm
They
about
have
to
to.
drift
They
off a
almost
little
have to.
bit. But if you open this bitch up, it uses the exact same main board as an Xbox 360 Slim powered button sync.
It's
sync
straight
button
up just
area.
it's just syncing to an Xbox 360 is essentially what it's doing.
Literally,
it's like emulating a
all
360
this
to
is-
sync to, and
It is an emulated piece of the front board of an Xbox 360 Slim going out to a micro USB and plugging into your Xbox. It is
I did not know that.
wild.
I did
It is
not know
wild. I got to find the
Yeah.
pictures. And Jake, if you find the pictures, you should
I
definitely
could
put
probably
it on
find some
this.
pictures too.
Definitely
will
throw
because
it on the fucking podcast.
it's common that people will open these things up to repair them because that micro USB port breaks
Dog shit.
very easily. It breaks very. I've been lucky to not ever have mine break. I bought one of
Same.
these things at launch and it still works. But apparently, it's very common, and people will pay a lot of money to get this repaired because buying a brand new one is $400, $500, $600 on eBay.
They're expensive.
Because they made a very limited run of these things, and you can't get them. And what Alec has in his hand right now is the PDP adapter. Hey, PDP, ring any bells? That is so that you can connect your drums to it, your E kits, using your
Not an
Rock Band
Explorer.
MIDI adapter.
Not an Explorer.
Not an Explorer.
No wired guitars. It's only a Ion drum brain for Xbox 360 and a 360 MIDI adapter.
Yep,
That's it.
$1,000 plus.
Don't go to the page.
It was $20 brand new. It was
Don't
$20. I bought one for $20. Don't have it
yeah.
anymore.
Don't open up the sold tab on eBay and see how much people are paying money for. People on the
Yeah, oh my
I have
God,
seen
dude.
people on specific subreddits be proud of themselves for paying $800 for one.
Oh, that's
Got a good deal, guys.
Got a good deal, guys.
What are you talking about? Book Reader 52. You haven't heard of him? Look him up.
Yeah,
Roll
roll,
Limitless adapter,
shout
get
out
one
to
of those.
Book Reader, man. Roll Limitless adapters.
The amount of
That's
money he has
the
saved
amount-
people is in the hundreds of thousands.
And I will say, probably still works just fine for Fortnite Festival right now. If you want to
Probably.
be able to use your instruments. Like I don't own any of the Xbox ones, but I do have an old PlayStation one, and it works really, really well with PS4. So it's
Really?
good.
Okay, because I have an Xbox Roll Limitless adapter for guitar. I might have to try that on Fortnite
Yeah.
now.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Let me know how it
Happens.
goes.
Because that one you can actually use your Explorer. You can use wired instruments with that thing.
Yep,
So
yep.
if you wanted to
It's
use your
actually
Explorer on
insane.
Rock Band 4,
you can use an
you can do it with
Explorer
that.
on Rock Band 4 without modding shit. You don't have to do
Wow.
nothing. It's kind of
And
insane. I
Arduinos,
think
of course, too.
I think like if people really got to speak, or know more about Book Reader adapters because like people just want to use their fucking Explorers on like Xbox. They want to use their Wii guitars on like Xbox and stuff like that.
There's
and
a damn
so
desire for it.
I think when like plastic instrument mode drops for Fortnite Festival, we gotta talk about that shit because people are gonna have all this old stuff from their childhood still laying around, but people gotta know exactly what you gotta hook up. So
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, all these old instruments are from long gone consoles. 360s, Wii's, and PS3s haven't been made in forever. There's no real for PS3 you can hook it right up, but 360, there's no native way to hook up a 360 guitar to your Xbox One without those adapters we're talking about. So are they making a new adapter? They must, right?
they
How else
have
are we
to
going
be.
to connect this shit to your Xbox?
If Alex is saying this shit, man, Mr. Rigopulos himself
How
is saying
else?
Yeah, legacy peripherals. Those are the guys that have those grandfathered, relationships with the industry and be like, hey, can you make some adapters, bro? Can you make this happen?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, this is the only official adapter that makes old controllers work on the newest systems.
And they don't sell these anymore. They haven't made those things in 7 years.
They don't sell these anymore, man. Like we said, the
gotta be a new
circuitry in it is quite literally an Xbox Xbox main front board. So it's just crazy. It's crazy what they can do. Harmonix can pull some black magic. I know that.
Yeah, they must be very convincing negotiators with their partners because the fact that they were able to support all the DLC for Rock Band 4 was a miracle in the first place. But getting all the legacy instrument support too was like, that's crazy. Like that's fan service. And now this is even going to be even more fan service to their core fans of 15 years ago or plus or whatever to use those old instruments you bought in 2007, 2005 if you're going to use an SG. I wonder if that would work.
PS2 to Xbox Series X adapter.
It's worth mentioning
a native PS2 plug.
Holy shit.
It is worth mentioning that right after this, Alex does confirm as well they have no plans to manufacture their own guitars, officially. We know this now for a fact.
Yes.
Won't be surprised if some of the companies that do make peripherals, when they see the groundswell on this game for the first time in a decade, there'll be a reason for these companies to start making instrument peripherals. It said
PDP,
right there.
PDP, man.
Right there, it's confirmed that there is no official relationship between Epic Games and PDP on this guitar. PDP is doing this on their own accord because they can see that there will be a large demand for them. And
they're first to the market. That's crazy. And
it also means that there's no exclusivity with PDP like there was in the past. There's going to be other ones, potentially, that make instruments too. Think of all the different people that make peripherals. They can make a guitar too. Seems to be like, hey, you want to make one? Go for it. Do it.
And
when's the
there
Scuff
might be even
guitar
more coming down
out?
the road.
When's the Corsair? The Corsair Scuff guitar dropping.
Hyperkin. Let it happen. Let it happen. Hyperkin
with mechanical frets. That'd be kind of funny.
There could seriously be like a competition between different manufacturers to make the best guitar for this game, which is something we've never really seen before.
There was back in the day a couple of different companies that tried to make high-end guitars, and it never really caught on. You remember like the Logitech guitar?
I see one right now on a size back wall back there, right next to his play button.
Where's
that thing
that?
sucked ass.
Talking about this?
Oh,
Talking about this, bro?
yeah.
No.
Man. Logitech.
Oh,
This guy.
Dog
right
shit.
Here.
oh,
Looked cool. Looks
Logitech.
really cool.
How interesting.
These buttons feel like shit. The strum bar,
yeah,
want to hear
it's
it?
not great. Oh,
You can't.
oh.
It's membrane.
Ew, yuck! Yucky membrane.
It's made with like a real guitar though, which is insane.
It's a cool idea.
It's a very cool idea. They also made a drum set too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
where'd Jake go?
I think he's grabbing something as well for show and tell.
Oh, I have my War Beast too, bro.
Oh, snap.
Yours is probably not modded though.
This thing is dog shit too. No, it's not modded yet. That's in the plans. But this
The BC Rich.
was
That
official.
thing is awesome, man.
This was an official Harmonix product made by, I believe, Mad Cats.
Oh, the official Strat.
Yeah, Mad Cats
yeah.
Harmonix. This is the wood Strat that was a Rock Band guitar controller.
Those are so rare.
The
that?
drum bar is crazy.
It has mechanical switches.
Oh,
Cherry MX.
Cherry Mix.
Bro.
Yeah, and they feel great. I swapped them out for
Unofficial.
different ones. They're using Kales, but yeah, this thing is sick. It plays just like a Strat. It's no better or worse, but it just feels cool. But imagine
awesome.
this sort of like thing happening again because people see that there's a market for guitar controllers. And they're
I have to like
"We can
actually
make a
look and
premium one."
see if you're actually holding a real fucking guitar. That looks so good.
Because it is.
It looks
is
It
a real
is
guitar.
like it just
just
literally- I have to
without
do a
any of the
double take.
hardware for it. Yeah,
That's so
in every
cool.
sense, it's like a real
Whereas
guitar.
this guy, this looks like shit. Like
That's a toy. You can tell it's
this
a toy.
looks like fucking shit, dude.
It's small too, right? It's like approximately the size of a normal.
It is. Yeah, like this is
Yeah.
here. This is a here's a world tour.
Okay, yeah, that's like
Look at
basically
that.
the same size.
Look at that.
Ever so
About the
slightly
same size.
scaled up.
Yeah.
This is a full size guitar. This isn't even close. Not a good
That's
comparison
insane.
because I don't have a Strat nearby. But this is what we're talking about.
oh wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's night and day.
That's so fucking cool. I've always wanted to
Night
get
and
one
day.
of those. I really wanted to get one of those like Fender ones, but they always retail for like fucking $300.
$300
They're
plus.
really expensive. I got lucky. Somebody didn't know what they had. I think I got
wow.
it for like $85.
Fucking
$85
bozo!
shipped. That dude got
Bozo!
scammed.
Stolen.
Bank
Take
heist.
that. Now Jake's got to do the fucking take the L dance, bro. He's got.
It ain't perfect though. It smells like cigarettes. That dude smoked in his house, but
Oh, he needed more.
yeah, he needed to get a couple of packs, so he sold that thing for $85.
All right.
That's it.
Well,
That's so
anyways.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, new guitars. Yay. Not just PDP.
But
All right,
officially not by Harmonix. Harmonix is not
Yes.
doing controllers no more.
They're
Yeah.
not in the
They're not
peripheral
doing it.
game, which
So-
is okay.
But at least PDP knows, like they know like how to make a good instrument. We talked about this on the Riffmaster episode. I can
We've done it
vouch for the
before.
Jaguar. Jay's can vouch for the Jaguar. I actually really like it. The only thing that like makes me sad about the Jaguar is that they didn't have the like the start and select buttons are like stock start and select buttons, the ones that would go on like a regular ass controller. They're not.
gross.
There's
Yeah, that's
no.
not great.
It's not like like the volume knobs, that would go on the Strat or whatever. On the Jaguar, it's just like a regular ass fucking thing.
Hold on.
And the Riffmaster would do the same too.
Yeah. not
So
great.
if we look back at the
Speaking of volume knobs, the way that you activate start and select with these things is you turn the knobs.
stop, that's so cool.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
They didn't turn them into buttons,
hard to
but
Sleek.
but they kind of like they jerk.
Yeah, you can't like fully like free rotate them. It's just like a small little. But the back button's actually a button, but the start is a turn it.
Interesting.
You see it on camera
Huh.
very well, but yeah, it's very neat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that on the Riffmaster, according to the leaked images, there is no dedicated like start and select. It's not like a volume knob type thing, which I don't know if we actually talked about that. It's pretty
I
unfortunate.
don't think we did.
No, but yeah, I saw it and I was like, damn, there's no like volume knob start and select. And I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna work. Or, I mean, at least you could just like kind of press the button. It's just a tiny ass button. It's like smaller than the Explorer back button, but at least it's not by. It's at
I
least
shudder at
not
the thought
by,
of using this back button.
Penny
It's-
mod.
Dude, right? right.
Yeah, the penny mod, like penny in a pencil. That's why people would put something on the select button and then something that kind of moves it towards the strum bar, so you just
My
and
buddies
it pushes it down.
would do like fucking just a stack of Scotch tape with
Yeah.
a piece of cardboard, and then you just hit it, and then it works.
Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, go ahead and do that, and then you just make a little hole for the start button.
Man,
sorry,
the
tangent
rough
over
days.
about controllers. But I mean, does Epic want to get into that? This is another question. Have you all ever done a physical plastic peripheral before? And Alex answers. Dana Cowley, communications director of technology at Epic Games, says, we've never done hardware. And Alex says, I don't think so. Yeah, Epic has never done hardware, and I don't think we plan to. But there are plenty of companies that do, and suddenly, for the first time in a decade, there's a reason for them to make peripherals again. So, it won't surprise me to see them start to make peripherals. And
Yeah,
so,
like-
this
just like we
goes
were
back
saying
to
there.
the... I think it was like there's a 2021 Harmonix stream, and there's just an influx of people in their Twitch chat, and this is happening on a live stream.
Dude, that's
It's just
every
people-
stream that Harmonix does.
Every stream that Harmonix has ever done, it's just people
Every
spamming
tweet,
in the
every
chat.
video that they put out
Instruments,
weekly for their
instruments,
DLC.
instruments. And
New
Daniel
controllers.
Sussman was running the stream, and he just kind of like just cracks for a little bit, and was like, we all see your messages, we read all of them, and let's put it this way: we've been knocking on doors and nobody's answering. So that was like their answer in 2021 in terms of instruments. And so it's not like they don't want to put out instruments, but now they've put all their eggs in the Fortnite Festival basket, and
All to get instruments for Rock Band 4 players. They did all this for you.
yeah. And so they took this big, gigantic step, and now they're part of the biggest game ever in the whole world. And now they know that their industry partners or past industry partners are going to be looking at this and be like, let's go tap into our old stock and make some new shit. At least with PDP and all, right? So, and then so there's going to be other people that do that too. They'll probably won some auction of a bunch of other internals of some old guitars that never sold or whatever. It's going to happen. It'll happen. I'm going to continue going. And then the question says, I mean, is that exciting? And the answer, absolutely. As I said early on, what's most exciting is just the scale at which we get to do it now. I mean, not just the free-to-play format, which makes it super accessible, but also the fact that we're on every platform. You know, we're on consoles and PC and mobile devices with crossplay between them. The fact that you can just have, I'll be home in Boston online jamming with a teenager in Brazil and a middle-aged housewife in Malaysia on a mobile device, all in the same jam session together, it's this kind of incredible thing. Kind of only in Fortnite is that possible.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago, if you would have said that was a possibility in gaming, people would be like, nah, what are you talking about? Like, the fact that Battle Royale modes are, like, as big as they are now, I don't think people can really remember back to, close to 10 years ago where it was a feat that Battlefield 3 got 64 players on console. It was like, whoa, 64 players in one map at the same time? And now Warzone's running at, like, 100 to 150 people.
And that's like a normal thing. That's a normal thing to be expected. And I think the crossplay thing just needs to be talked about again. Like, Fortnite is the reason why all these games have crossplay now. Yep. There's no two ways about it. Like, there's games that have tried it. But like they weren't as big as Fortnite. But Fortnite is the reason why there's crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation. And like in real time, they were like adding support to play with PC. Like, I think the biggest thing back in the day was that console could play with PC. Like, that was cool. They tried it with some old Xbox 360 games, but it never really took off because everybody was still like kind of new to gaming, like PC gaming and stuff like that. It was still more of a niche, and it was very, very expensive to get into. But as time went on, everybody started getting into PC gaming around like 2016, 2017 or so. And then Fortnite becomes this huge battle royale, this whole like sensation, this whole phenomenon. And then all the boys that are still stuck on console wanted to play with the homies that are on PC. They started that, and that was cool. And then the whole thing started like, hey, just let's bring everybody together. And then Xbox and PlayStation could play together. Xbox and Nintendo could play together. Nintendo and PlayStation can play together. And now that's kind of an industry standard. Call of Duty did it. Rainbow Six can do it. Like, it's fucking insane. It's awesome that now there's a music game in here too that you can play. Someone could be on their phone, someone could be on the Nintendo Switch, and someone could be on their shit.
He's got up on the phone right now.
He did the thing. Yeah, let's go.
Fortnite on your phone.
Fortnite
and if I
on your
on my
phone.
PC right now, I can play with them. Or if I was on the Switch, or if I was on the Xbox, it doesn't fucking matter.
The fact that one of you two could load this up on PC and like we could just go play songs on mobile, and that we've got everything here, and that there's crossplay is legitimately absurd. And I don't know if enough people are giving credit to that. That's crazy.
It's like a technical marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm really happy that Harmonix like gets to be part of this. Fun fact: there was a
I'm happy
bug.
for him too.
There was actually a bug in Rock Band 4 where you could do crossplay with Xbox and PS4.
What?
Yeah, there's a Reddit post about this, and someone was like, "You can't have underscores in your Xbox name. Who the fuck am I playing with?" And then someone was like, "That's me. I was on PlayStation. How did we connect together?" And then everyone just starts putting on tinfoil hats. It's like, is this crossplay? I mean, crossplay is coming. Is crossplay coming? It never came. But it was still a crazy fucking glitch.
Wow.
I can look it up. I know
that's
for
crazy.
a fact. Yeah. It was really insane because somebody posted it and it's like, yeah, I'm on Xbox and this person has an underscore in their name and you can't do that. So who am I playing with? So it's so insane. But that was like, I think that was before they even became part of Epic. I think that was in like 2019, 2018, maybe earlier. Not sure. But
so very likely they were working on it, but nothing ever came of it.
Right. Accidentally slipped through the cracks.
Anyways, let's continue on. I'll take the next one here. The question is, the jam session has a creative element to it, which seems like the thrust of Lego, and then there's all these creative modes. Fortnite feels like it's becoming an everything game to me. I don't know where that eventually lands, but do you see Fortnite as a tool for creativity? Alex answers, yes, I would say so. I would say, even stepping back a bit, Epic's core DNA is all about empowering creators through tools, So in addition to games like Fortnite Battle Royale that Epic has created, they also make the best engine in the world, Unreal Engine. Every year, the tool set is getting deeper. There's now an economic model where the creators of Fortnite can actually make real money. I think that theme of empowering creators is just core to who Epic is and what Fortnite is all about and is becoming. In terms of the music experiences, we're all trying to reflect on that as well. So, of course, there's performance simulation experience like Main Stage, like the Rock Band type game mode, with a familiar type of gameplay, but it was really important for us to have a creative dimension to it as well. And the next question, this is for all you old heads, wasn't that the original idea of the axe? And Alex,
Bro brought up the
Alex
axe
laughs.
in 2023.
That's right, you remember.
Holy
Going
shit.
all the way back, that's like 27 years ago, he says that. The axe was, I believe, Harmonix's first game.
Yeah, Titans of classic rock.
If you listen to some of the samples that they use for the guitar solos, it's almost 1-to-1 freestyle solos in Rock Band 4. Fun fact. It's very funny. It's very funny listening to it because you hear it and you're like, oh shit, that's freestyle solos. God damn it.
Wow,
late
they really had
90s,
to pull
I
from the
think?
archives for that. All right, so
yeah,
the next paragraph. Yeah, Jason, take the next one.
Sure, yeah, not a problem. Game Informer says, the last time I talked to you, you were not owned by Epic. Was that creativity angle in the original conversations when you all were talking about being acquired? Alex responds, it came about organically in large part because, well, first of all, on our side, we were already working on some new music game projects that had heavy creative elements. On their side, several of the people at Epic were intimately familiar with Harmonix's entire history. I mean, they'd been playing our stuff way back to the 90s, so they knew what we do, what we're about. And I think to their credit, a number of the Epic execs were like, we want to give you guys a platform to do what you do, but on a world stage. So it's a privilege, and we're excited about it. Exactly what we're saying all this whole time, legitimately. They're doing the exact same things they've already done, just with a way larger subset of people, eyes on it. So unless you guys have anything to add, I'll go on to the next one. Anything?
Just keep on going.
Sure.
No? Next one? All right. Game Informer says, you're the only interview I have. Hey, they only gave him 20 minutes? Damn, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. So you're the only person I have to ask this to. Being here and seeing everything, and now having played Fortnite for years, and mostly being a Battle Royale player, I shouldn't say this in front of Epic people, I've never played creative mode at all. Seeing everything going on with LEGO, I've been wondering to myself, and I'm curious what you think. Like, what is the identity of Fortnite at this point? I think this is a crazy question, and Alex's response is neat. Well, I mean, this is Epic's step into the metaverse. Buzzword aside, it's not a game. It's not just Battle Royale. It's a universe of games, and it's a universe of games that are all connected with each other in this way that has never been done in gaming before. So, for example, if you acquire an outfit or a skin, that's an identity you can take with you through all of these games. If you acquire music to play in Fortnite Festival, well, you can also use that music in the jam system, which you can take anywhere throughout the ecosystem. Or, in the future, we're going to be empowering creators to make their own music games that can also access the music that is in players' collective libraries. So, this whole idea of a universe of games, of all different kinds, of all different types of players, where they can all interact with each other socially, and then the property that they acquire in this world is valuable across the ecosystem. No one has even attempted anything like this before. That's the universe I think Epic's trying to create.
Huge scale ideas.
I mean, if you weren't already thinking about this, I mean, if you weren't already thinking that Fortnite is its own universe, its whole thing, it's just like
that's their mission now.
You should know now that this is what's going on. At the beginning, this whole month was us kind of testing this whole grounds for it being not just Battle Royale, not just these parkour maps, not just these death runs, not just Skibbity Toilet Tycoon 2. Sorry, I had to bring it up one more time. But dude, it can just be so many things. And
you can have one game in your house and it's Fortnite.
Oh yeah, like obviously you can look at it that way. And while us four here on the show, and we care about this one specific game a lot, it's just ultimately become part of this whole ecosystem too. It's just like, hey, here it is. Here's all of the tools. Go for it.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And up there in that previous thing you said there, we're going to be empowering creators to make their own music games that can also access all the music that's already in your library. So, like, that's
Buddy
a
Holly
stated goal.
Overchart 3999.
It's a stated goal of Epic now, or Harmonix by extension, is to allow people to create their music games. Clone Hero in Fortnite when?
Literally.
Fortnite Festival clone.
It won't just
Clone
be
is
Clone
stole.
Hero. Like, it'll be things that we couldn't do because, unlike Clone Hero, we'll be able to mod this however we want. Right? So it's
I
way more
give it like
possibility.
a couple. I give it like, you know, once people get their hands on like the festival tools and stuff. I give it a good couple of months until they can get something that they're very happy with. That a lot of people will be happy with over their first impressions of Fortnite Festival. If Fortnite Festival by then isn't some fucking crazy, you know, like Rock Band 5 type of thing by that point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when we're going to get Fortnite Festival tools for UEFN. I don't know when that's going to be, but it is going to be.
All we know is
you know,
2024.
It's going to be this year. So, you know, Fortnite Festival is going to have time to grow. Once all the tools get added to UEFN, someone's going to go in and make something insane. Or multiple people are going to go in and make something insane. With their own songs, with their own charts, with their own twists in game mechanics, and own environments.
You legitimately...
It's going to be a good year.
Yeah, you just legitimately went into the next point that Alex makes, too. Because Game Informer says, hey, I feel like the cynical response to this would be, what happens to an authored or curated experience? What is the response to that? If people push back, what is the answer? And Alex just slaps this out of the park. This is great. He says, well, so first of all, Epic has a first-party portfolio. The powers that be at Epic will decide these are the experiences we want to craft as our Epic first-party portfolio. So we're talking Rocket Racing, we're talking Festival, we're talking Lego, right? Meanwhile, on the third-party side, it's all about deepening and expanding the tool set that any other creator, not just indie community creators, but AAA professional development studios can come to the table and say, we're going to actually build our next game in Fortnite, because that's where 100 million players are today, and we can reach an audience that we never would otherwise.
This is just the beginning.
That's crazy.
This is just the beginning. The fact that that's a consideration they're making, not just acquiring Harmonix, acquiring Psyonix and all that and doing all that shit. They're like, hey, game developer, I see that you're trying to build a game. Hey, we have a game engine. We have 100 million players. You should build it over here, by the way. We like what you're doing. Come over here. Come join us.
You know what's insane is just like them having, you know, seeing these games and in the menu. If you've ever loaded up Fortnite, which if you're listening right now, you definitely have loaded up Fortnite to play Festival.
At this point, you probably have.
And you see the player count next to the experience too. It's just like, there are some developers that would just kill to see their numbers like go up high and play that shit a lot. It's, you know, I just think that's so fucking crazy that he said that.
I think it's wild.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yo, I mean, could you imagine Activision going, hey, let's make a Call of Duty game in Fortnite? They could literally do it, right? Like, or...
Oh, they would do their own shit. It's like, hey, make a game in Call of Duty. You know, Guitar Hero Warzone. Let's do it.
It's just... I'm just hyperbole there, right? Like,
yeah, of course, but...
Who is going to step up? What game studio is going to go, hey, you know what? Actually, let's make something in Fortnite because it's a great promotional tactic.
Okay. You know what? I was actually I saw this on accident, but you know, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, he accidentally had his Roblox game leaked, and he doesn't make games in Roblox, and he actually famously said that he would not collab with any other game, but is working on a multiplayer Five Nights at Freddy's game within Roblox, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" It accidentally got released by accident, because he like approved some sort of like asset in the game, and somehow that translated to the people working on the game to be like, or maybe it'd been a misclick. Who knows what kind of colossal miscommunication that was? But they accidentally leaked, you know, what the game was supposed to be. But
interesting,
you know, it's not. You know, that's just.
So it's something that's already happening too. It's not a far-fetched thing to say, "Hey, developer, come build your game and within our game." It's already happening in the other large platform type game, Roblox.
Yeah. This is Five Nights at Freddy's we're talking about. Multi-million-dollar IP that just had a fucking like really successful movie come out. Has like how many goddamn games under the sun? was supposedly like it's it was developed by just basically one guy. Ideas are just by one guy, and then just didn't want to go with anybody else or whatever. Now he's making a game in Roblox.
Crazy.
Yeah, Jake, did you want to take it up from here?
Yeah, I'll take the next one here. So the next question is, so Fortnite isn't offering one authored experience, it's offering the bookstore. Alex responds, it's offering both. The first-party portfolio is the authored experience. The third-party portfolio is like, this is the greatest diversity and quality of game experiences anywhere on the planet. There's no other place you can go that just has this incredible diversity of experiences that are all connected together. And then the next question is, do you feel like this is where the game industry is going to go? You load into whatever Microsoft's equivalent of Fortnite is, and there are 100,000 things to check out and play. And he answers, I mean, I can't say where the rest of the industry is going to go, but I will say I think Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, and Epic generally have a very bold vision of a world they're trying to create. The next generation of social entertainment and real-time 3D, where you can go meet... Teacher! Where you can go with friends, meet strangers, and just have this unlimited universe of play experiences available to you. And the next one is quite large, so I'll pass it off to someone else. But that's kind of what we were already talking about. With the larger scale things. I joked, Guitar Hero Warzone, but who's to say that Activision and Xbox, by extension, won't be working on something similar like that too? They kind of are already doing that in a different way with Game Pass. I mean, that's their own little ecosystem that they want you all to buy into. But that's just a subscription service to get you on Microsoft's platform, Xbox, and PC to play games that they own. Not one game where you can play all these other tiny games. It's just the ecosystem, like Steam or whatever. It's an ecosystem. It's not a platform. And like some people, and people would also say like, oh, they're like monopolizing. That's the big one that a lot of people some regulators may say.
So yeah,
but they're probably wrong.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying like that's what people say. You know what I mean? It's just and it's a very important conversation to have.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of like focusing on like what's happening right here the fuck now. You know what I mean? It's entertainment is changing, and we're experiencing this shit in real time.
Always changing.
Yeah, always.
Long for the ride.
In 5 years, what is Harmonix doing with an Epic? In 10 years? And Alex responds, on the first-party side, the goal is just to develop Festival into the biggest and richest and deepest music game experience that anyone has ever made. That makes me excited. I like that. I like hearing that. Huge. That's fucking cool as shit. I like that. Yes. Give us Rock Band 3 too. Just by adding new dimensions to it, new modes to it, building out quality and the expansiveness of it. You know what? I just said Rock Band 3 too. Yeah, just make it happen, man. Rock Band sessions. Win it. Festival sessions. Yo, just VR, anything anyone VR. Could ever want in a music game built into a highly polished state into Festival. I like it. That is the goal. As a living game that's constantly evolving and adapting, making the biggest and best music game the world's ever seen, the first-party side. That's just the first-party side. Like,
so it's very clear that Harmonix's goal here is Festival. That's it. What else is there to do? This is what they're doing is Festival. They're going to put all their resources into this.
Jam and main stage,
like they said, the biggest thing ever. I'm
so fucking hyped. I'm so ready.
It's almost a disservice to refer to this as Rock Band 5 because it's bigger than what a Rock Band 5 would have been.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It takes all those ideas and it's just like, yeah, you remember this? All right. We're going to add all the new spices to this shit. Like, you aren't ready. Continuing on the third-party side, continue to deepen the tool set to empower the world's creators to beat us at our own game. Let the third-party community make an even better music game because we're giving them the tool set to do so. So that's the second half. So now, does that answer the question for anybody who is saying, like, do you think there's going to be custom songs? Do you think there's going to be custom songs? Do you think there's going to be custom songs? It goes deeper than that, man. It goes deeper. It goes deeper than just opening up the game or just dragging your song files into there and mapping it out and all this stuff. It's so much more than that. It's so much more than that they want to create with Fortnite Festival. And if you think for 1 second that it's just going to be this other Guitar Hero or Rock Band game, you can make it into your own. You can have Steve Hero. You can have, you know what I mean? Like it's that time. I can't wait to play Steve Hero personally. But
Steve?
That's
no one FC Steve.
No one FC Steve. No, that motherfucker's crazy. Like, but dude, this is the most I've ever heard and seen Harmonix embrace, you know, the outside community to make something with this whole genre in mind.
Yeah.
They've embraced,
Very good point.
They've embraced, you know, like, you know, when they made that VR rhythm game, Audica. They've embraced the community there. They gave him mod tools, and they gave him, like, custom song support and stuff like that, and I thought that was really, really interesting. I was like, where's that for Guitar Hero and Rock Band?
Sure.
Where was that? Where was the love for that?
Yeah,
And
but at the time, Custom Songs was against their best interests because they were licensing and selling their own DLC. So if you had your own ability to put any custom song in there, for one, it's a copyright problem. You know, you have the issue with that. But it also they're competing against themselves. But in this case, they're encouraging the competition against themselves because it's already within their own game engine. They're officially supporting it. It's not colliding with their own interest. This is their interest. Is to have you do whatever the fuck you want within their game, within their ecosystem. And then
all the while they're still making, you know, the festival side of things. Yep. Main stage and jam stage are still getting all
they have
the
their
love
own shit.
And all
you
those
can do
features.
your own shit.
They got their
same ecosystem.
Fucking hands full. But they also want to have your hands full too.
Exactly. Yeah. And hey, jam stage right now might not be really fleshed out. But what happens once we do have thousands of songs and we can mash them all up however we want? And let's say there's patchwork integration where people can use real instruments and make your own mashups, and then you chart them in UEFN and have your own game.
I'm just waiting for the day they have MIDI support to Fortnite. Like that's
just
gonna
throw
like
in MIDI
secure,
and it works.
Yeah, you know, that's just gonna like secure and future proof like anything that's patchwork or, you know, like any of the tools that they're gonna be setting creators up with. You know, for the music side of things, it's just going to future-proof it all. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't done with answering, you know, reading the last part of his answer. And then the third piece, is just the social connectivity layer around music that we just want to permeate the entire ecosystem with. The jam system is the first step towards that. It's really about social connectivity. Fortnite is not just a bunch of games. It's a social space where you can go with friends and strangers to experience this whole universe of games. We want music to be omnipresent as part of the glue that binds people together in this way. Mission statement of Harmonix.
Interesting way of wording that.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
Like,
the universal language.
Exactly.
Not love, music.
Of course. Because, like, you know, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Everyone knows what Gangnam Style is. It's hilarious. And then you can just
What is he saying? I don't know.
You know,
I don't understand him. It's a good song,
but it's
catchy.
Great. It's a catchy song, and then being able to go in BR, play the song. Oh, I'll add this drums to it. You know, like that's fun. They're embracing the whole part of Fortnite that we thought was like a shit post, and it's being like, oh, well, you know what it is. While it is a shit post, I'm having a lot of fun.
Gonna have fun with it. Yeah,
I'm having a lot of fun. It's just
that's the most important part of it all, right? You just have to have fun in your video game.
Have fun, dude. Like, it's not that serious at the end of the day, unless like you're playing fucking you're playing build for $600,000 in the cash cup, you know.
Yeah, that's different.
That's different. I'm not going to speak for the esports sides of things. We're speaking for the the casuals and stuff like that too, which I have noticed that I'm becoming the casual gamer of all time. I can't go into ranked shit no more.
Man, you've changed.
You're getting older.
I have changed. I'm a dad now.
Bro, it happens. I'm sorry. Welcome to the club, man. It happens.
I'm not there yet.
Bro, I'm playing. I load up campaigns and I play on the easiest difficulty.
Pussy, bro. Come on, man.
I can't
play the hardest one to prove you're a real gamer.
I can't. I'd rather speed run through and feel like I'm playing in the trailer rather than fighting for my life and fucking.
Yes.
I
get it.
I get it.
I've literally found myself doing that, like, within the last, 2 years. I'm just like, shit, I can't do this anymore. I can't play on Legendary on Halo no more. I can't do that.
That's just hard as fuck.
It's hard as fuck, too, man. Like...
I think it was about 2 years ago I started on a quest to play through every Halo game on Legendary, and I got through Reach, and I got through 1, and I got to, level 2 in Halo 2, and I was like, fuck that.
Okay, listen.
Done.
Halo 2 on Legendary is infamously
one.
like one of the
Right.
hardest games of all time. It's so fucked up how hard Halo 2 is on Legendary. They basically had like the plug pulled on them and they couldn't finish Halo 2. And so they're just like, all right, let's make it the best we can and make all the enemies impossible on Legendary. And that's what they did.
Infinite replayability because you can never beat
You
the
can't
level.
beat it. You can't
beat
replay
it.
something you can't beat.
Yeah, fair point.
Hey, you know the cool
Anyways.
thing though? We almost beat this interview. We're at the last question. Let's.
Oh, what? Oh, fuck. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
only a 20-minute
Yeah.
conversation, man.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
we
last
turned their
thing.
20 minutes into an hour 20 minutes.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I mean, there was a lot though. This is a lot to talk about.
Yes,
The
it
very
is,
last
actually.
thing in here that Game Informer says is wanting people to beat you at your own game. Do you just fully expect one day to see someone has made Fortnite Guitar Hero? To which Alex replies, and I think this is one of my favorite answers in the whole interview. Yeah. Or
What?
a music shooter, or a music parkour game, or a music fighting game, or a music puzzle game. There are so many possibilities that we might not even dream up that some creators are just going to have a cool ass idea and they'll have the tool set available to build it.
So
End
once again,
scene.
yeah, end scene. Once again, to anybody who's saying, "Hey, man, when are we getting custom songs?" Somehow, if you were still here and you're still asking that question, there you go. Steve,
It's
make
coming.
your
It's
game,
coming.
Steve Hero.
We're gonna FC you, Steve.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. But like, yeah,
There's
like
at least one or two people that are named Steve watching this right now. And they're like, "Stop talking about me. That's the other Steve."
What does full
Don't put that on
comboing
me.
me mean?
it can mean lots of things.
Full Steve combo.
This is a
Anyways.
great interview. Like seriously, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
this
like
was really
really deep answers for not only just the amount of time that they didn't have to talk about a lot of stuff. Because I really wish it could have gone deeper, but we did get a lot from this, and I think now all the intentions are super clear, and everything that we had our doubts about have just kind of been washed away.
Whoosh, gone.
Whoosh,
Yeah,
gone.
we
and
pretty much have official confirmation of all these things that we've been wondering about. And now we have a very clear idea of what their vision is for the game, where they want to bring the game in the coming years, how they're going to support the game, how they're going to support creators within the game. Like, it's all there.
And it's
all there.
exciting.
Very exciting. Like,
I just can't wait,
2024,
man.
2025, this is going to be very cool to watch grow in real time. And we're going to be at
Yes.
the forefront of all that. And I'm very excited. Very, I can't
Days
even put into
feel like
words how
weeks,
excited I
man.
am.
Days feel like
I got this
weeks.
feeling brewing up inside right now. It's like a similar type of feeling of when I was a kid playing all these games in 2009 when this game came out that week, and then Guitar Hero Metallica comes out next week. It's like there's so many cool things that can do.
Want songs
I'm
to
so
drop
excited for all this.
The Tuesday 10 a.m. announcement of songs better be a regular ass thing because
Please.
I want
Love
to wake
that.
up. I want to wake up early and wait 10 a.m. to see what the fuck they're releasing tomorrow because
Yes.
I
the
need to
hype.
know, man.
Yes.
I need to know. And like, I think we were talking about this before we started recording, but like, if Wednesday when this episode drops and we don't have songs today, it's just like it's gonna suck. But I know the next week I want to say you said Jason they come back.
I've heard the 7th. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard over and over on Twitter the 7th. And I don't know
Yeah,
if that's
it's
just
best to
crowd
assume
speak
that.
or what.
It's best to assume that. Like I know,
Yeah, don't get your
like,
hopes up.
They have a
If
great
we're
thing
wrong-
going on.
If we're wrong and we
they-
get songs before that, then just we'll be happy. So that
Yeah.
way we're not getting our hopes up.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have songs, a week after this episode airs.
Maybe before. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Don't get your hopes up. Don't.
I
Just
just
still
want more
thinking about
songs.
those like 5 data mine tracks that have still not come out yet, but
Soon, hopefully.
soon, bro.
Yeah.
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 And I think the fact that we're all so excited about this kind of says volumes. Like they really knocked it out of the park with this. Like this very easily could have been a flop, or people could have not taken to it. Like us old heads in this community is like, well, it's not the same. I don't get to use my guitar. I don't strum. Don't care.
And then they gave us
Easily
lift
could have gone
notes.
that way. And then lift notes are here. And it's like, oh, it's perfect. I love it. But yeah, I mean, among the communities that we kind of inhabit, all the old heads that have been playing this game for 15 years, I see mostly positive things. a lot of people that notable names in our little communities have moved over. They've been dominating the leaderboards. It's very cool. Like, I think Harmonix has done a really good job of integrating like the hardcore fans into this new ecosystem.
Yes.
And I think they'll be there for the foreseeable future because this is where all the hype will be. Of course, we're still going to be playing the old Rock Band games, the old Guitar Hero games because they're classics and we love them. But this new stuff, too, is also super exciting. This is the first time in years that we've really had a big thing to be excited about on the official side of things. I mean, since Rock Band 4 was the last big one, right? Rock Band 4 and then Rock Band Rivals, and then every couple weeks, there'd be a cool DLC song. But this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to us in our little community ever, I think.
Yes,
I don't think that's going too far.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, we've said it before in the past about how omnipresent Guitar Hero was in pop culture in the Guitar Hero 3 days, when it was just everywhere. When you walked into a game store and no matter what, you'd see a kiosk with somebody jamming like Paint It Black or something like that.
Yeah.
It was an infestation of plastic instruments. It was unavoidable. You could not get away from them. People were like upset. Like the store shelves are full of all these plastic instruments. There's no space for all the other stuff to go. Like retail space was dominated by this. You could not avoid it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
if you weren't there to see it, I mean, there's pictures you can go find.
I don't know if I'm the only one who sees this, but like I could see it happening again with Fortnite because you've got the 100 million plus people playing it monthly.
It's Fortnite.
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine walking into Best Buy and you see a controller fucking kiosk version hooked up with Festival. You know what's really interesting? I was on the PlayStation store and you could just download Fortnite Festival, like just by itself. I thought that shit was
on the Epic
really
Games Store
interesting.
for PC as well.
Yo,
oh yeah, on
kinda
Epic
crazy.
Games you could see that as well. You just see Fortnite Festival
On the launcher, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That's good thing for the future.
I haven't done that because
It's
I want to play everything in Fortnite now, but it is
yeah,
cool.
like
That's a
I was
standalone thing,
just cruising the PlayStation store because I got a gift card for Christmas, and I was like, okay, let's go see what games there are. I just see Fortnite Festival by itself. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. It's just like if one person just sees that and they see like what it offers, I'm like, oh shit, free to play Rock Band, cool.
Sucked them in.
Yeah, if somehow they haven't heard about this yet.
Yeah, I still get so many like. I still get like so many like comments on stream that's just like, wait a minute, this is actually Fortnite?
Yeah, same.
This is actually Fortnite. It's like been almost a month since the mode came out.
Yeah, come on, get with it.
Yeah.
Watch the streams more often.
Yeah, like just check it out. Just check it out. It's free. And then if you join my game, you can play all the songs, bro. You can. It's very cool.
That's the next thing. We got to make like lobby codes in this game, man.
Yes.
You have to get that code out there so we can just say, hey,
you know what I did?
Here's the codes.
Do you know what I did? I allowed all friend requests for about like 45 seconds to a minute.
Chaos.
I hit accept on all of them, and then I closed it, and then I was like, all right, now request to join. And I just go through and I randomly and then I just randomly just select people to let them join in, which
I mean that works, but there's a better way. There's
definitely better ways to do that.
Definitely do that.
Rip friend list done.
Yeah.
Speaking of done, I think we're about to the end of this.
Yeah,
huh? This is
this
interview.
So been awesome. We miss you, JP.
Much love.
But yeah, this whole interview is like just changed. Yeah, like going through it, popcorn reading style was a good idea. I like doing that, and being able to just break down everything that's been said and just kind of like our own inputs and stuff. I think hopefully, for all the listeners back home, kind of understand where we're coming from, kind of articulating it in a way that's more understandable for you guys. By the way, if you think they're gonna add custom song support to Fortnite Festival, it's more than that. They will. And it's more than that. There you go.
Oh, baby.
If you needed to hear it for the 1200th time, there you go.
Get in the brain. It's coming.
It's coming. Next
on
time on Lore Hero.
Thank you all for watching Lore Hero episode 12. Thank you so much for... thank you, GameInformer, Blake Hester with GameInformer for interviewing Alex Rigopulos. Thanks, Alex Rigopulos, for doing this interview. It's been very eye-opening, enlightening for what the mission is, what the vision is. And I think I can speak for all of us when we say we're excited to see what's down the pipeline.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody!
2024.
For real,
Happy New Year! It's going to be a good year. I can feel it.
Wait.
I feel it.
I can feel it.